In the previous video, we have seen about ArrayList. So this is completed. In this video, we will see how to iterate through an ArrayList. So iterating through an ArrayList. Basically, there are two ways we can iterate through an ArrayList. One is using Iterator, and second one is using for each loop or enhanced for loop. So these are the two ways we can iterate through an ArrayList. So first one is Iterator. How can we use Iterator? So for looping through an ArrayList using Iterator, let's say we have an ArrayList something like AL. AL is the ArrayList. Okay. So first what we have to do is we have to create an object of this Iterator type. So Iterator ITR equals to the ArrayList name AL dot Iterator. And this is the method, Iterator method. So using this Iterator method, first we will create an object of Iterator type. So this object, using this object, we can iterate through an ArrayList. So let's say the ArrayList that I have created is something like this. Subbu. This is the first element, and the second element is Selenium. Third element is Java, and fourth element is tutorials. When we create an object like this of the Iterator type, then it comes and first sits here. That means it comes here. Okay. Then what we have to do is we have to use a while loop here. While ITR, it has a method called has next. So has next. That means it checks whether we have a next element or not. So we have a next element. Then it comes into this and we can say system.out.println itr.next. So this itr.next means it comes to the next element. Now it comes to the next element and it prints Subbu. Now it goes back again and checks whether this itr has next. That means whether we have a next element or not. So here we have a next element. So this itr.next. So it comes directly here and it prints this one. Now it comes back and checks whether itr has next. So we have a next element here. So it comes to the next element using itr.next and it prints this element. Like this, it goes until the end of this element, and whenever it won't find any next element, then it comes out of the loop. So this is how we can use an iterator method to iterate over an ArrayList. The second one is using for each loop. So using for each loop. So this is simple. This one we have already seen it earlier for arrays. So let's say I have an array list something like this AL, and the array list is Subbu, Selenium, Java, and tutorials. So this is the array list we have. So first what we have to do is, this is of the type string. So first what we have to do is, we have to create a for loop like this, and then we have to give the data type of the elements in the collection. So which is string, and then I will give a name to this one, which is, let's say, element, and then I have to give the name of the collection. Now what happens is, each and every element of this list comes and sits in the name that we have given here. So which is element here. Then we can print out system.out.println. You can say element. This will print all these elements like this. Okay, so these are the two ways. One is iterator and another one is for each we can use to iterate over a collection. Let's see this one more time. Iterating through an array list. So there are two ways. One is using iterator and second one is for each. So first one is using iterator method. So let's say I have a collection AL and this collection has the string elements Subbu, Selenium, Java, tutorials. So first what I have to do is I have to create an iterator object. So iterator ITR is equal to the ArrayList dot iterator method. This returns an object. So the object name is ITR, and what this does is this ITR first comes and sits before the list. So we have to use a while loop here, and we have methods like has next. So what it does is it checks whether the list has any next element or not. So here it is. Initially it is here. So it checks using this has next method. It checks whether it has any element or not. So it has an element. So we can access that element using itr.next. That means now it comes and access this element. Again, it goes and checks whether it has any next element or not. Yes, we have next element Selenium. So using itr.net, it comes and access this element. So like this, using iterator, we can access the elements of a collection. Now using for each loop. So again, we have the ArrayList AL with the string elements Subbu, Selenium, Java and tutorials. Now using for each loop, so I'll create a for each loop like this for, and then I'll give the data type of the elements of the collection, and then I give a name to the elements. So here I have given it as element, and then the ArrayList. Now each and every element until the for loop is over, each and every element comes and sits in the name that we gave here, and then we can print it out like system.out.println element. Let's see an example on both of these. The first one we'll see using iterator, and the second one we'll see it using for each loop. So I'm creating a new class here, new class, and I'm giving the name as iteration1, and I am using main method here. So the class is created. So what I will do is first I will create an array list. So array list, and this is of type string. So, and I'll give the name as AL equals to new array list of type string. Now I have created an array list. Now I have to import this array list. So the array list is imported. Now I will add some elements to this one. So al dot add Subbu. So like this I will add other elements also. So Subbu, Selenium, Java, tutorials. So I have added all the elements. Now let's print these elements first. So system.out.println AL. So run as Java application, and it is printing all the elements. So now let's iterate through the elements of the array. So for this one, what we have to do is we have to create an iterator object. So iterator ITR equals to new. It's not new. We need to use the ArrayList dot iterator. So it is throwing an error here. The error is we have to import iterator java.util. So let's import the second one, java.util iterator. So now the iterator is imported. So put a semicolon here. Now we will create a while loop here, while itr dot has next. So if it has next element, then print out the element system.out.println itr.next. So this is how we can print the elements of an collection using iterator. Let's run this one. Run as Java application, and it is printing all the elements of this collection array list. Okay, so this is one method. Now let's see using for each loop. So I'm creating a new class here, new class, and the class name is iteration2, and then public static void main. I'm using that one. Click on finish. Now I'm creating a new array list here. So ArrayList AL. So I'll make it as of string type. So AL equals to new ArrayList of string, and the error is we have to import the ArrayList. So the ArrayList is imported. Now I will add some elements to this one. So al.add Subbu, and then I'm adding another element Selenium, and then Java, and then tutorials. Okay, I have added 4 elements into this one. So let's use a for each loop to print all the elements of this collection. So for that one, I will say for the data type of the elements of the collection is a string. So string, I am naming it as name itself, name, and then the array list is AL. Now I'll print it out. System.out.println name. So this is how I can loop over the array list using for each loop. Let's run this one. Run as Java application, and it is printing all the elements of the array list. So this is how we can use iterator and for each loop to iterate over an array list in Java. In this video, we have seen how to iterate over an array list in Java. If you want to download the document for this one, you can go to my repository at github.com/subbustack and then go to selenium-java-tutorials. This particular tutorial starts with number 23b, and you can find it here, which is collections framework-iterating through an array list. So you can download this document. In the next video, we will see how to add a list to another list in Java.